Hello and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In this episode, dun, 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 it's time for the final flip through of the file folder Folio for my swap at the retreat. By the time you see this, it will have already been swapped and gone to its new home. So I'm really excited. I think it turned out okay. I did have a really hard time still with the 1-inch spine. So I had to swap out a couple pieces and make a couple of pieces to reduce bulk because it's really pushing the limits of that 1-inch space. So I would just say, if this is something that you're going to do and you think this is something you want to make, I would go with a bigger spine next time. And I will go with a bigger spine next time. I'm going to make myself a note, unless I just did a single signature that was maybe 8 pages. Because there's so much that goes into this that honestly the journal itself is, not the most important part, even though it's an integral part of it. So it's really personal preference. So I hope that you will try this. I hope that you're inspired by this project to try it. It's really been wonderful. And honestly, working with this Graphics 45 paper pad has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. So without chatting too much more, we'll go ahead and get started with the flip through. So on the edge here, I put my sari silk down and then I just put some lace over to cover. I did have a hard time doing that because I really liked that green paper, but I just felt like it needed that extra stability for the tie. This is just sari silk that I dyed with the blue Rit dye. You guys know I had done that with some paper and some bits. So that's what that is. So in the front pocket, we have this journaling card with the Tim Holtz token that says, "Do what you love." Okay, just a little collage and some lined ledger paper on the back there. So that's that one. And it's very snug, so it wants to catch. So I'm trying really hard to be careful and not damage any of my pieces. This is a book page out of a gardening book that I turned into an envelope and just folded some coffee dyed paper in there. And it's not wanting to, I've got it pretty snug, so hopefully it will be okay. But that's just gonna slide in that pocket. The trim wants to catch, so it's not something you're gonna be in a big hurry with or you'll damage your pieces, or I'm trying not to damage my pieces, I should say that. And then up on our end here, we've got our 2 signatures sewn in. So it opens and it wants to pop open. It's really full. One thing I will say that is I have noticed that's happening is this piece wants to catch where I stitched this. So I may not do that in another one so that that's more smooth and not something for this piece to catch on. That's personal preference. It's just in the design and it's happening. And I didn't know until I started getting it full and chunky that that was gonna happen. But it is what it is. I can't fix it now. So hopefully it will be okay. We'll just do a quick flip. A lot of this you have seen. As you know, I spent a good portion of my Sunday working on this, trying to get it finished. This is Tuesday the 22nd, I think is today's date. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, today's Tuesday, March 22nd. So it'll be, into the second week of April when you see this. So we have our music page journaling card that we did here with our little tag that slides in that pocket. Okay, and that's quite snug in there as well, which you want. You don't want your pieces falling out everywhere, but you don't want them so tight that they're going to damage either. So we've got our decoupage tag. I just folded this coffee dyed envelope in here for some journaling space, and we have just that journaling card in there. One thing I found interesting with this is typically I would have, done lace and embellished all the pockets and everything, but where that 1 inch was really restrictive, so But I'm happy with the outcome. I hope that whoever receives this will be happy with it. Oops. So we've got that page. Okay. It's definitely full. I mean, I really don't think I could have done much more. I remade the piece for this pocket because it kept sliding. It was too narrow and it kept getting lost. So I just found another pretty napkin and created a tab on the punch board. So that just slides in there nicely and it's not getting lost now. So there's, and it's quite snug, but our little tab pokes out. So it's like, hey, play with me. And then we have this journaling card that we made. And then our, don't forget to fly, our little bird. Okay, and as you can see, I did some just collaging and made little clusters on some of the pages just to decorate the pages. Another coffee dyed envelope. I didn't glue it. I just left it open so that somebody else can either glue it or just use it for writing space, whatever they would like. And I don't know if I love that card back there. I'm undetermined on that one, so it may come out still. And I just did some collage here, and I did some stickles and some bling on that butterfly just to add some sparkle. So that's the end of the first signature. And then the second signature starts, and I did a little more collage. And again, this butterfly's got, oops. Hello, what am I doing? I'm tired today. So there we go, some sparkle there. Okay, we've got our, I put just a little paper clip with a dangle on that to hold that envelope shut. And then we have our iris journaling card. Just nothing too bulky in that parchment paper bag. Did a little collage. This was a lady from a print up, Mrs. Cog printable. And this is an Artie Mays phrase. And remember, we have our hidden coin envelopes in here with our coffee dyed paper. Okay. Same on that side. Still have to go through and dust and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So, and this, I just took a piece of the digital kit, backed it, stitched around it. Journaling card. Let's see. And then we have our envelope here that flips out. And this is just a collage. And then in this envelope, we have a little postcard. And then just put that back in there gently so I don't damage the flowers. So that's it for the second signature. And then in this vellum pocket, we have another piece of the digital page that I turned into just a nice thin journaling card with our flashcard, and then another napkin on music paper there. Okay. And then this was just that little waterfall folio that's really thick, but I still wanted to keep at least one in here. So I took the other one out because we were getting so bulky. I took it out. Oh, I put it back here. That's what I did with it. All right. Made another journaling card and stitched lace just down the edge there. So that slides in that pocket nicely. We have our napkin decoupage guest check that I left alone because I just love the image and I like the bright pop of color on that page. Okay, and then back here we have just a little gardening book cutout that slides in that pocket. I did embellish that pocket just a little bit. I just put a little, I fussy cut a flower and then just did seek stillness. And then that flips up. Okay, that flips up and I've got a belly band there. And then just our little journaling spot there. Okay, and then And then in here, we have our 2 pockets. I put the other waterfall folio in there just for the added journaling space. We have our sweet little girl walking in the flower garden. And then, okay. And then in this pocket, we just have this cute little tag and a little coffee dyed envelope. So that is it. I feel like there's a lot of hours and time put into this for it to not seem like much more than that, but I do absolutely love how it turned out. I'm really excited for the swap. I hope that the recipient will like it. It is definitely testing the boundaries of the design, that's for sure. So I will make a note when I go to make another one to come back and tell myself, hey, watch that final flip through for the note that about the 1-inch spine. And yeah, so hopefully she'll like it and hopefully it will be well received. So the next step is I have to wrap it and put a note in it that I made it, but all the journals are going to be wrapped with nobody's name on them. So it truly is a blind pull to see what you get. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for having been with me on this journey. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.